welcome back to JazzedTutorials. This week we are making a photo effect. Yeah. So a viewer asked me a question, asked me if I could replicate a specific photo, and I'm going to do my best to replicate this exact photo. I hope it's the correct image. All they put in the question was recreate the Bradley Cooper as Adam Jones movie poster. And when I googled that title, this is what came up. So I'm hoping this is the correct image. If it's not, I apologize. Do send me a link to the proper one you want me to recreate. But for now, we'll do this one here. Essentially, we're just going to be doing... It looks as though we're going to colorize the photo in a certain way. That's how I kind of took it apart. But yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to use this image I have here. It was the first image I found on my computer, so I'm going to use it to my advantage. You guys may have to alter your settings that I'm going to show you to get the effect, but I'll give you the actual outline of what type of adjustment layers you want to use to get the effect. But of course, my numbers and yours will be different, but it's a similar line of whatever. Anywho, okay, I'm gonna add a gradient map on top of my image here, and I'm selecting this one here, which is cayenne to sepia, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That one. And let's go blue. Where is it? Here it is. So these are this one here, if you don't already know, what you should know, but you may not know, these are preset gradients that are in Photoshop. So if they're not already in your gradient editor section, just go ahead and load them in there. They're in your preset section under gradient, and they'll be there. So put that one in there, and then set that layer to soft light, and you'll get a soft effect of such. Keep in mind though, if you're using a very bright photo, this effect may not show up as nicely as it would if it was a lighter photo, because as you'll note as before, my photo is quite light. It's not like too contrasty. If your photo's over contrasted, you're probably gonna have to really... I don't even think an over contrasted photo would even work for this effect, to be honest. You may want to not even go that route. I would just use a non-contrasted photo. This one's not at all contrasted to the extent I'm speaking of, so that's good. After applying the gradient map adjustment layer, we're going to add a photo filter adjustment layer. This one's going to need to be filter sepia, and this is a density of 25%. And you'll get that final effect you see there. It's a little bit more dimmer and more lighter and slightly darker in the way. And then after that, we're going to add one more adjustment layer to really set that colored tone in there. And this is a curves adjustment layer. And at this point, you're going to want to play around with your settings because yours might need a little less or more. Doesn't know. Adjust your RGB settings. You want to kind of make it a little bit contrasted, but not too much, and a little bit bright, but also not too much bright, just a tad. So, and then after doing that, you'll go and adjust your blue settings a little bit, not much at all, but a little tiny bit, and you'll have a photo outcome sort of like that. So if I kind of paired them together, they're not really I don't know. The color itself is sort of there, but it still looks a bit more contrasted than... Mine looks more contrasted than this one does, but the idea was there. So now you could probably add your text as shown. Essentially what the text on here is, if you're going to make the text like this, it's a typography type of text effect. I've done typography text effects in the past. But just to give you a short glimpse of what they're doing, if you don't know what movie posters do for typography, I'm going to just choose Helvetica for now. That's already in there. So you'll start with a rather larger font. So something kind of large, and you'll put it like right in the center or wherever you're going to place it. Let's go with a different color though so we can see it. I'll go with a blue. Or no, you know what? I'll go red because it'll match kind of what she's already wearing, sort of-ish. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. And then essentially what they do is you're going to type in your second type in your second word you want in there, but this time make that one a bit smaller and place it kind of close together, but not really. Space it out a bit and go something like that. Something to that effect, but maybe even smaller, and maybe a different font altogether. I just chose Helvetica because it was the first font that showed up on my text thing. But yeah, you guys can play around with your settings. I'm trying to get something like that. If this wasn't anywhere close to what you wanted for a tutorial, I do apologize. I did my best to disassemble their effect they had, but they may have had like a filter on their camera that had that proper look to the photo. But as far as Photoshop goes, this might be the closest I can come to it. There's probably other Photoshop gurus out there that know how to really fine-tooth it and get it to that exact color that you wanted for that effect, but for me being not really that much of an expert, or at least I don't think I'm that much of an expert, this was the best I could come up with. But if you have any further questions, or if this wasn't what you wanted, I do apologize. Leave a comment down below with any questions you have for Photoshop related anything. Guys, please subscribe if you don't subscribe. I post at least once a week, sometimes twice if you're lucky. Never know. And yeah, please like this video if you thought it was helpful. If you guys like all my other stuff, then do hit that like button there too. Smash the like button on every video. Find me on social media. All links are below. I also do Twitch streaming now and again. We stream games, and we sometimes stream Photoshop tutorials live. I streamed a live tutorial about a few days ago that might end up on this channel. It might not, so you better go check that out before it disappears. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next week. Laters!